Well, it's about that time, Kyle.
Yes, sir.
We're
Yes,
back.
sir.
We are indeed back. Your favorite cousins are back. Your favorite duo is back. I am your host, Cam Silver.
And I am your co-host, Kyle Silver.
And welcome to the Silver Boys podcast. Now, this is a pretty eventful week, I'd say.
Oh, yes, most definitely.
So let's start off with the NBA. So last week we had James Harden talk, called Daryl Morey a liar, basically in front of the whole world. Yeah, when it happens in China, it's basically in front of the whole world.
In front of everybody, yeah.
And after that, the NBA was like, "Yep, nope, we're not having that." They did like a whole investigation, trying to see like what did Daryl Morey promise? Like, was it something crazy? But it wasn't anything crazy. I think he just basically promised them, that we're gonna trade you to the Clippers, basically. But then obviously that did not happen.
Didn't happen.
Now they plan on bringing him back, and because of James Harden's comments, he's now getting fined $100K from the league and the NFL, and not the NFL, excuse me, the National Basketball Players Association is going to try to fight that.
Oh wow, yeah. I mean, understandably so. You know, the NBPA is for the players and all of that. So there's no surprise there them trying to fight it because they're gonna rep James Harden all day, every day.
Right.
I mean, it's $100K. It's not like that's pennies to $1 for James Harden. To be honest,
especially with the endorsement deals and all that
exactly.
Good stuff. So.
But the NBA had to do something about it because you can't really come after a GM like that, and you can't say those type of things, those type of words, and associate it with Daryl Morey. It's not like it was down in writing or anything like that, like it was in a contract or like, you know what I mean? So it wasn't like you could promise the world, but if it's not in writing, it doesn't mean really anything.
Yeah, and it's like the whole market and the whole landscape, you're not who you used to be back in 2018, 2019. You were with the Rockets. You're a different player now. So obviously the money that you're asking for, it's not going to come to you.
It's not going to come your way, no.
Yeah, no. So it's like, I guess this is just from us looking at him and the way we associate with him. Like you've won everything individual wise. Now it's like, okay, like what do you actually really need in order for you to be satisfied, for you to actually win and get to the top of that mountain? You know what I mean?
I think at a certain point we're gonna have to start asking the question though: does he even want to now?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing,
honestly, because there's no way that, like you said, he has all the personal accolades, he has it all, but what can you do to help the team be successful?
Right.
And not be a detriment to them or any other organization that you go to.
Correct. Yeah. It's I don't know. I root for James. I love James a lot. But yeah, no, it just sucks when you see players don't reach their full potential like that. Especially like you said, like not in the individual way, but more so in like a teammate standpoint. Because at the end of the day, this is a team game. This isn't tennis or fighting or anything or something like that. This is a team sport. So at the end of the day, it should be in the greater good of the team
instead of yourself.
Yeah, because you're only as good as you really think you are. Honestly,
you're only as good as your weakest link.
Yeah,
you could be the best player, but you could be the weakest link on a team.
Oh yeah, and so I feel like James has kind of showed that.
Yes,
for the past couple of years. Yeah,
multiple times.
Yeah,
I agree.
But look, the NBA will be back soon. The FIBA World Cup for basketball starts Friday. So yes, check into that. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the USA plays Saturday morning. I'm not sure what time though, but I believe that they play Saturday morning.
Gotcha.
And they've been looking pretty good too. So
yeah, they've been looking real good.
Yeah,
like some studs out there. Yeah.
So Anthony Edwards on the team, Austin Reeves, Tyrese Halliburton. So a lot of good young talent on that team that I believe that they could bring home the gold. They could bring home the whole thing. So if you get a chance to look up those games and try to check them out.
Most definitely.
But on to football in the NFL. So Jonathan Taylor asked for that trade. They didn't give it to him. And then early this week, they're like, all right, we'll give you permission to seek a trade, but he has a deadline until Tuesday, basically, which is so
that's such a short deadline.
I hate that for him because, like, think about it. This is week 3 of the preseason, last week of preseason. So everybody, so no matter what team it is, whether that's the Jets, Giants or whoever, now everybody's gonna play their starters for at least a few series, maybe even a quarter. Some of them maybe even a half. So for Jonathan Taylor to not play this whole time and then for them to randomly be like, oh yeah, you have a week to find a good trade partner. Other than that, after that you gotta stay here with us. Like,
you don't give the man no opportunity. You don't let him see what his value is out there.
That's the crazy thing. So it's like, if they would have done this back in March, he would have had a better chance of going somewhere, because that's when the salary cap would have been open and all that good stuff. Salary cap isn't open now. Everyone's literally making cuts as we speak. So, you know what I mean? So it's like, what is the point? Why are you sabotaging them? Why are you sabotaging somebody who literally put their all into you
and put their organization on their back?
Yeah,
you can't do that to players. It shows like what the organizations thinks of NFL players, of running backs. Like, they'll dispose of you if need be without a second thought.
Correct.
And you can't have that, as an organization, and it just sucks for Jonathan Taylor. It really just does. But I'd like to see him in Miami. I'm gonna regret saying this, but the Cowboys could also use him, because Tony Pollard is not. He's a stud. He's really good.
I like him. I also like Deuce Vaughn, the rookie out of Kansas State.
Yes.
He's really good too. He's only like 5'5", but he's shifty.
But then let's say the Cowboys bring in Jonathan Taylor. Like, now you running by committee at that point. And that could work out real well for them.
And that goes into play for how they will want Dak Prescott to be. You know what I mean? So like, your run game would be expanded so much to the point where the passing game would just be like relatively open for like basically anybody out there. But yeah, no, the way that they done Jonathan Taylor is horrible. Like, before he got hurt last season, in 2020 he had 1,169 yards rushing, and then after that he had 1,811 yards rushing. He only for those 2 years he only had 4 fumbles. He had 11 touchdowns in the 2020 year, 18 touchdowns the next year after that.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild to me to hear those numbers like that. Yeah, that boy's nice. That boy's real nice. Yeah, and it'd be a shame if he doesn't land in a conducive environment to him. Yeah, it'll be a shame if he doesn't. Yeah. He gotta go, and he has no choice but to go back to the Colts.
Oh hell yeah, yeah. No, that's the thing. Like, I don't want him to. And then also, speaking of the teams, when you were talking before, so 6 teams have reached out to the Colts about Jonathan Taylor. 2 of them have made offers, and one of them is indeed the Dolphins. So the Dolphins they're out there. You know what I mean? They couldn't get Dalvin Cook. So now it's like, all right, well, if we can get Jonathan Taylor to still pair up with Tua, Jalen Waddle, and Tyreek Hill, then that's a squad right there of its own. So
yes, I agree. Yeah, I agree again. Yep.
Jonathan Taylor would for sure be, a home run hit for anybody. Out there.
He immediately propels them to Super Bowl contenders. Correct. If he goes to the Dolphins.
Oh yeah, correct.
Immediate.
Correct. Yeah. Basically, it would just be just trying to see what the defense will look like. Jalen Ramsey's gonna be out for a while with his injury, but once he comes back, that defense is gonna be something.
Secondary gonna be nice.
Yeah, that's gonna be something to watch out for too. But before we came in today, the Giants got themselves probably one of my favorite players coming out of the 2020 draft. They got Isaiah Simons. They got him in exchange for a 2024 7th round pick from the Cardinals. Literally dropped them off for nothing.
Nothing at all.
A bag of chips is what I call it. They dropped my man's off for nothing, bro. And in the NFL Combine, he ran a 4.39 and benched 20 reps at the NFL Combine.
That's a big boy.
And what's called. And he was playing linebacker at the time too,
Mm-hmm.
but he's switching back over. He wants to go back to safety.
Yeah,
So
in Wink's defense, defensive schemes for the Giants, yeah, that's gonna be very big for them.
and think about it,
Good protection.
he could have him as like a blitz safety as well too. When he wants to, have that free safety come up on a blitz and stuff like that. And then, have it in like the skies. You could have him either line up at the line of scrimmage, or you could have him on a delayed blitz too. And then he's also somebody, going up against Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott. You got running quarterbacks to go up against, especially twice a year. So you can also have him in there as a QB spy as well. So Wayne can do a lot with him. He's a Swiss Army knife by himself. So
that's a good pickup.
That's a huge
good pickup. I'm super happy.
I would be too.
Let's go Giants.
That's a
G-men, baby. G-men. Can't wait.
That's something that that's something.
It was
that
nice to wake up to today.
It
was nice to wake up to today.
It was very unexpected.
Yes,
too.
very. It
unexpected.
came out of left field. But I'm happy for him. Like, yes.
Because I'm sitting there, because just like going back, I'm constantly thinking, it's like, all right, the Giants have, the offense. The offense is fine as long as they have Saquon Barkley. The offense is fine. Now it's like, okay, the defense. The rookie Banks that you guys just got out of Maryland, he's looking pretty good. And you start looking at Dexter Lawrence and others. And what was one of the biggest things was the linebackers. So now you have Isaiah Simons, who particularly won't be a linebacker, but also at the same time, like I said, you could put him in
if
that
he needs to be in that
to
position,
that.
like you could.
Exactly, but he said he told Arizona in training camp that he would prefer to be a safety. So lately he's been working with the D-back. So he's been working on, from being in the slot corner all the way to being free safety. So he's gotten some pretty good reps.
He'll bolster that secondary heavy.
Yeah. That's going to be something where I feel like now, like the Cowboys, coming up the first week where it's like, all right, well, we got to scratch that out because now we got to worry about this guy. It's going to be like that for basically, I think, all the teams. As long as he's healthy, I think he could help carry this defense a long way.
I agree. I'm calling it now. 5 interceptions this year.
5 entos?
5 entos. I'm calling it right now. Putting good energy out to the universe, baby.
Interesting. Hold on. Let me see.
Tell me his numbers.
How many entos has he had over the last
He's going to have a good one. He's going to have a good season this year.
I think he will, too. He's only had 4 over his whole career.
Oh, man. Now he going, all right, that's all right. He going to finish with 9. He going to finish with 9.
But also, like I said, he was playing linebacker.
Yes.
So, that wasn't really his, he was obviously getting more tackles and everything. But, yeah, no, he's only got 4. So, who knows?
He'll be okay. He'll be okay. I'm calling it right now, brother. I'm calling it right now.
Right.
Every week I'm gonna be like, hey, he got one.
He got one.
Hey, he got one. I just need one. You got 17 weeks to give him 5, brother. Come on. Come on.
It's more than doable.
Yeah. Come on. And that defensive system, come on. Hey, you got it. You got it. You got it. So now I'm happy for the Giants. Real good pickup right before the season starts. Unexpected news, and I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
For, like you said, a bag of potato chips.
Basically. Like literally.
That's it.
That was that's they literally just opened the bank and said, all right, take all the money.
Here you go.
But all right, let's really get into it. So this week is basically week 0 for college football. Like I've been saying for the last few weeks, there's only a few games out there. Probably the most notable one is going to be Notre Dame and Navy. A lot of people have Navy winning that game. And that's good. And also, it's also going to be, it's not going to be here in the States. It's going to be over in Ireland.
Okay.
Too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so, I mean, we've seen some pretty crazy things, especially in the NFL when the games go overseas.
Yeah.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I know it was Northwestern. I want to say it was Northwestern in, I don't want to say Nebraska. I forgot who it was, but it was Northwestern and somebody else who played in Ireland last year to kick off the season. But yeah, no. Get a first-hand look at Notre Dame. They're number 13 in the AP polls. So yeah, no, that's gonna be an interesting one. But yeah, no, we're gonna do something fun. Get some predictions in.
Okay.
For the all the Power 5 conferences. Yeah, no. So shoot, let's get into it. So,
What conference we starting with?
Let's start off with the Big Ten.
Okay, bet.
You know, we're already home and everything with the Big Ten,
yes,
so we might as well.
Yes,
Ohio State coming in. They went 11-2. They lost in the semifinals in the college football playoffs to Georgia off of a last-second kick that did not go in for them. That went wide, if I'm not mistaken, left.
Yeah.
Like very, very wide left. Like as soon as the clock hit 12 o'clock, that thing said boing,
wide left,
right to left. I was like, wow.
There's no way.
I was in shock. I'll never forget. I was really sitting on the couch like, what? Oh my God! Thank God I didn't bet on this.
They were right there.
But oh man! But this year they're trying to beat Michigan, basically.
Michigan top dogs.
Michigan's
man.
top dog. All right, so basically, I got both Ohio State and Michigan going 11-1.
I do as well.
I have Ohio State losing to Michigan again because basically I'm getting to the point where it's like, all right, well, I can't really. I'm believing in the hype of Michigan.
That, and also too, even with is it Jim or John Harbaugh? One of the Harbaughs.
Yeah.
One of the Harbaughs. I always get them too confused. But you know, he's going to be out for the first 3 games of the season. I think that'll have a big impact on them, just in terms of like they're going to want to come out for their coach and act right.
Correct.
You know, and they're a good organization, like a good like culture school. So he'll have them correct before week 1, and then going into week 2, week 3. But yeah, I got them 11-1 as well. They're gonna beat Ohio State in that Big Ten championship. They're gonna win their 3rd straight. There's really like no betting against them.
Hold on, before we get to the Big Ten championship, we do know that the Big Ten they're on the same division, right? So the other side, it wouldn't be. So it'd only be one of them going to the Big Ten championship.
I'm sorry. You're right.
Now you right.
I don't know then.
Because all right, so I'll tell you who's on the West. On the West will be Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, Nebraska, Northwestern, Purdue, and Wisconsin. I got Wisconsin. They got Luke Fickell, who was the coach at Cincinnati. You know, when he had Desmond Riddler and all those guys, killing the game. You know, when they got to the college football playoffs, but obviously got blasted. But I think that they're. The West is usually either only going to be Iowa, Wisconsin, maybe sometimes Purdue, and occasionally, very, very occasionally, or not occasionally, once in a blue moon. Let me get the term right. Once in a blue moon, it'd be Northwestern.
Yes, once in a blue moon is correct. Yes.
But I think it's Wisconsin. Wisconsin has they got a new quarterback coming in. Running game is still. They're forever going to be a staple of running game, going back to the Melvin Gordon, going back to Jonathan Taylor, going back to those days, different. So, Wisconsin, I got Wisconsin, I got Michigan coming out on top.
Okay.
Once again, the Michigan duo of Blake Corum and Donovan Edwards in the run game is second to none. Last season, they were 5th in the nation. Last season, they were 5th in the nation, 1st in the Big Ten. So, and I expect the same thing this year. Also, they have a great offensive line that they're behind. That they run behind. So, the Big Ten will once again go through Michigan.
Yeah, there's no debating that one.
Yeah, no. Another one. Let's go to Rutgers. I got Rutgers going. I was trying to be nice. I got them going 5-7. They're just gonna miss out. I'm going bowling.
I got them 6-6.
Okay.
I really gave them the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
I think they're going to be a real tough team. Heading down the line. Just because they know the structure. The power structure of the Big Ten right now.
Correct.
And especially before all these other teams start to come in. Next year in 2024.
They basically have no choice but
to
go crazy.
Yes, they got to. Like, this is their last. Essentially, it could be their last season to really show who they are and get their names out there before these other big name schools start to come in.
Right.
I don't have the information in front of me, unfortunately, about who's coming in 2024 because we're focused on 2023. But Rutgers, like I said, 6-6. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
How you feel? But you said 5-7.
Yeah, 5-7. I got to win the first 3 games. Northwestern, Temple, and then I got them just skating by Virginia Tech because they're at home. That they go see Michigan.
That's a loss.
Yeah, then that's the one where coach comes back. So And then they got Wagner on the 30th. I got them beating Wagner. That's gonna be the usual. But then after that, they got Wisconsin. They got to go to Wisconsin, who's ranked 19th right now in the preseason AP poll. So not really too favored in on that one. Michigan State, that one is one that they could get. That's another.
I believe that they could. I think that's why I had.
That's why you had them.
I think that might have been maybe one of the games that I had.
I understand that one. That
they Michigan, could skip by and they could really catch them by surprise. Michigan State.
Yeah, Michigan State one, and then also that next week they will be playing Indiana. So that is also another one that I believe that they can get to. If they can get those two, then we're talking about going bowling.
Yes,
everybody.
Yes.
But then, other than that, it gets harder. They got Ohio State coming in. That they got to go to Iowa. Then they got to go to Penn State, and then they end off with Maryland.
Yeah.
Which is another one where it feels like Maryland is always that game where it's like, all right, you guys can get this one, but they
never do.
Just never do.
Never do. Never do.
Just come up short. And it always hurts. It always hurts. All right, let's go to the ACC.
Okay.
I got Clemson going to the championship. I got them going 10-1, losing to, I think it's Notre Dame if I'm not mistaken. And then I have Florida State that's going to be 10-2. Florida State, I have them only losing to Clemson and losing to LSU the first game of the season. But
other than that, I got them 10-2 as well.
Yeah.
We be on the same type of time right now. But yeah, I got them going 10-2 as well. Those games are gonna be tough. Those first couple games, most definitely. Clemson 11-1 for me as well. They're just too good.
Yeah.
Too well balanced.
Right.
Clemson, we expect them to, at least be in the mix.
Correct.
At some point, in some way, shape, or form.
So, everybody thinks, they haven't been to the college football playoffs in the last 2 years, so they, the sky's falling. But in reality, they're fine. They're fine. Also another team that I like to talk about in here is North Carolina. Like I've been saying for weeks, Drake May is on this team. They're ranked 21st in the AP polls right now. So this is another team that I believe that will make some noise. I think they'll go 9-3. The thing is for them, they always fall off at the wrong times. When they see like a Florida State or a Clemson.
Once they see those big name teams, it's like they get a little shell shocked.
Yeah, it's a little shell shocking. Also, I don't think that they have the talent that matches a Florida State or a Clemson. Clemson just has the depth. Florida State more so with the talent wise. They have a little bit of depth, but not as much depth as Clemson.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I have them losing in the regular season, but I have them coming back and I have them winning the ACC championship.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, when it matters the most, trust me, that's when you'll see. That's when the killers really come out. Let's go to the Big 12.
Big 12 time.
I got Texas going 11-1. They're ranked number 11th in the preseason AP polls. And then the other two, I would say, is Kansas State at 10-2 and Oklahoma at 10-2.
Oh wow, Oklahoma 10-2. I got Oklahoma sitting here at about 7-5.
Wow.
I think that they might skid just a little bit. I got Texas 10-2 just because they're a solid team defensively. Like, they got a real good offensive line. They got 5 starters coming back, Cam. So they should be okay. And again,
they got Quinn Ewers coming back, and they got the Manning, Arch Manning.
Yes, Arch Manning coming back. Arch, I hear good things are surrounding Arch a lot actually. And it's their final year in the Big 12.
In the Big 12, yeah.
So I think they're gonna go out swinging.
Yeah.
But you can't sleep on teams like TCU. Even Texas Tech as well.
Yeah, Texas Tech is one that
I got them going 9-3.
Yeah, I've been very interested in them because while doing the research and everything, that was a team that I did not expect to see come up a lot. And that was one of those teams where it's like, watch out, they could upset Texas when they see them. They could upset, Oklahoma when they see them. So that's a team right there I would say to watch out for.
I think that's why I got them a little higher than Oklahoma or even TCU, because TCU, they're gonna get their wins, but there's a lot of there's a lot of.
Well, it's a lot of ifs because what's it called? They don't got Max Dugan coming back. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They don't have the same. They don't. They basically don't have the same offense that they did from last year. So yeah, no, I understand. I got them. I actually got them at 5-7.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I still, I tried to give them a little bit because they did get to the championship last year. So, but I just think that they're gonna fall off like kind of towards the tail end of the season. They're gonna rank in like 2-3 losses that are gonna be like you shouldn't have lost that.
Right.
So that's what I got right there.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, I got them. I got them 5-7. But,
okay.
We'll see. But for the Big 12 championship, I got Texas and Oklahoma. It's still last year, so why not? I got them going head to head on it, and
okay.
Yeah, it'll be up from there.
Okay.
Let's go to the SEC.
Okay.
Let's go to the South, baby.
The South.
All right. So obviously we know the SEC is run by both Georgia and Alabama. Sometimes LSU. And yeah, honestly, that's really what I got here. It's basically gonna be Alabama, LSU, Georgia, maybe Tennessee will be up in there, and maybe even South Carolina. Those are the 5 teams that I really think can make some noise. Other than that, everybody else is mid to lower tier.
Lower tier. Yeah. I agree as well. I actually, so doing my research, going through it, there's a lot of. First of all, there's a lot of question marks that I realize are surrounding just college football in general in terms of who's going to be who's quarterback.
Yeah.
A lot of questions around Alabama. A lot of questions around Carson Beck. He only had 35. We only got 35 starts. 35 plays last year. So there are a lot of actual question marks that I think Georgia, they're gonna end up probably skidding on 2 games. So I got them going 10-2.
10-2. Wow.
I got LSU actually going 11-1.
Yeah, I got them 11-1. The only loss is to Bama. Yeah, I got Bama undefeated.
Yeah, you got Bama undefeated. I got Bama going 10-2 as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't see Bama losing to Texas. I don't see them losing to LSU because both of those games are at home. Other than that,
I don't know, man. That LSU game, LSU's tough.
I mean, LSU is tough.
Real tough.
LSU is tough, but I don't know. It's something about in college sports. It's something about that home field advantage. Carries.
In Tuscaloosa,
carries.
That's a different.
It was the same thing that happened to them last year at LSU. That home field advantage just carries. But I got Bama and I got Georgia in the SEC championship, and Bama has heard a lot of the talk, so I got them winning that one too.
Okay.
Going to the Pac-12 because we got to wrap it up. I got USC going 11-1. I got Washington going 11-1. Utah got 10-2. A lot of people are really down on Colorado. Don't be surprised if they mess around and go 8-4, 9-3.
I got 7-5. Colorado.
Yeah. I think people have to put a little more respect on it, just because obviously most of their players are transfers and everything, but you guys still got to understand they have a lot of talent on that team, and I don't think that they'll let their talent end up losing to Arizona State, Arizona, Cal, Stanford. No, that's not happening.
No. USC, Washington, no Pac-12 champ.
Yeah.
Michael Penix Jr. versus Caleb Williams. That's must-see TV. That's must-see. Must.
And it wouldn't be far-fetched if Utah were to do it too. With Cam Rising coming back. So look, college sports is back, ladies and gentlemen, and it's gonna be a ride.
Yes.
This is basically the last time that we're gonna be in our traditional current era, because now next year with
everything gets revamped.
Exactly. Pac-12 is basically dissolved. USC, UCLA are going to USC, UCLA, Washington, and Oregon are going to the Big Ten. Big 12 is Arizona State, Arizona, Colorado. And then after that, the other 4 are trying to still figure out where their next home will be. So and then Texas or Oklahoma moving on to the SEC. So this is the last time where everything will be normal, where we will have conferences and divisions and stuff like that, because it's basically all going to be diminished, and it's all going to be brand new next season.
Like you said.
So enjoy this season while you can, and as usual, you already know when the big news drops, we'll be the first one to tell you. We'll be the first ones on it.
Always and forever. Always and forever.
You're already.
Sure.
But thank you guys for listening and watching our podcast. If you have not seen our podcasts, are now on YouTube at the Silver Boys. We got a Facebook. The Silver Boys got an Instagram, the Silver Boys. I feel like is there underscore afterwards?
Yes.
Yes.
There is an underscore. Yes.
The Silver Boys, and then there's an underscore afterwards. If you follow us on Instagram, also at the Silver Boys on Twitter as well. And pretty soon we'll be doing TikToks and getting clips up there and stuff like that. But until then, I'm your host Cam Silver.
I am your co-host Kyle Silver.
See you later.
Thank you.